All right, so I have some good news for Binance CZ, and I want to say it very fairly and clearly on this channel. Be sure to smash that like button if you haven't already, but the importance is show sympathy. Like, this must be very stressful for the Binance CEO, and he's saying guilty. It must be stressful for any person. With sentencing in February, this court hereby accepts the guilty plea. So basically, Changpeng Zhao was indicted. They basically said, hey, you can't have this Binance exchange and you cannot be the CEO. Guilty plea to money laundering, and hasn't decided where he can leave the United States before his February sentencing date. So he's in the US right now. It's in February he's going to get sentenced. He accepted Zhao's guilty plea to one count of Bank Secrecy Act violation, which the Binance founder submitted over 2 weeks ago on November 21st, alongside his exchange $4.3 billion settlement. Part of the settlement deal saw Zhao step down as the CEO of Binance and pay $150 million, I guess personally, to regulators. So not only did Binance pay $4.3 million, he also paid $150 million to regulators. And that's quite a hefty fine, one of the biggest in crypto history. But it does seem like that this guilty plea doesn't mean he's probably going to get probation. He won't be getting jail time, from what I understand. But he did pay a lot, $150 million. So he didn't get jail time, though. He could have gotten like a hefty jail time, but this plea bargain they did was amazing. And obviously they fought it. Who knows? He might have lost, because otherwise he faced up to 18 months in prison. But I'm guessing the prosecutors, they won't push. I'm hoping, because that would suck, that he gets jail time. He's currently released on a $175 million bond, which will allow him to return to UAE, where he resides. And I doubt he'll be running or something. Federal prosecutors objected to allowing Zhao to leave the US, saying they would not able to secure his return if he decided not to return, as the UAE has no extradition treaty and Zhao could live there indefinitely on his wealth. He has 3 young children. Oh, I didn't know that he has kids. Well, yeah, must be a stressful situation. And a partner in the United Arab Emirates, once in the UAE and faced with prospect of traveling back into the United States, will face up 18 months in prison. He may elect to instead simply stay in the UAE with his family. Yeah, definitely, like, being a Binance CEO is probably one of the most stressful jobs in the world. Probably one of the best paid jobs in the world also. Imagine being on the biggest crypto exchange CEO and having, like, not only crypto exchanges, having regulators, having to care for hacks, everything basically. And it's a very, very stressful job. But again, Binance CEO stepping down, he can have a break, he can have a good time, and he's probably going to stay in crypto in the background and doing angel investing. Who knows? But right now the sentencing is going to happen in February. This is an update for the BNB holders, and this is also an update for Binance holders. So I think this is good. Obviously not him being guilty or anything, but him not going to jail time, because I think he made a lot of good things for crypto. He made a lot of good improvements. But if you guys want to work on like this, smash that like button. So what exactly is happening with Shiba Inu to see such a huge rise? That's what I'm thinking right now. For Classic, 4 billion burn, return 100% in 2 days. Shiba burn 10%, then 20% down. I'm bearish. I didn't really understand what this person meant that he wrote down in the comments here on CoinMarketCap. But Shiba Inu is far behind, but with the burns, we could be seeing some traction. Obviously, never it's going to be like its all-time peak. It's going to be far to ever recover. The trading volume is far behind, but it's still here, and it's still alive, and it's still kicking. And the signals are definitely here. People are saying about a massive burn, and I wanted to check that out. So, discover how Satoshi Kasuma and the SHIB community are transforming perception of meme coins with the Shibarium launch. So, that's what they're trying to say, that they long-term want to make utility for a token. But it's not really changing because there's so much competition with Kaspa. It doesn't mean I'm bearish on SHIB, but SHIB is definitely seeing some traction so far. So who knows what we will see in the near future. But the trader is bullish on Shiba Inu token, once again catching traders' eyes. So it seems like traders are coming back. In fact, it's moving closer to a massive SHIB burn. So This is a pretty big thing. People are buying back because they're expecting a big burn happening for SHIB. And that's one of the reasons why I'm really bullish on SHIB. Like, if we get another big burn, that's exactly what I want to see, right? But people are saying price action is dead and there's no support. I think the biggest problem with Shiba Inu is the whales selling. So if we can fix the whales selling, then we can have massive comeback with SHIB. But who knows? For now, Shiba Inu is growing great. It's just that Shiba Inu is really nowhere from its all-time high. So even the last year, it's only up 7%, while Ethereum is up 88%. So Ethereum is up 80%, while SHIB is up 7%. So if you bought Ethereum, you would have made a ton of money. If you bought a Bitcoin, you would have made about 160% gains. And it's probably someone bought at the bottom. Probably someone made a lot of money, you know. And some people still are trying to recover. I still think it's super early for crypto. 44K Bitcoin is absolutely insane. So it definitely seems like the bull market is starting. And I want to see how long the bull market really lasts. Hopefully for a long time. But Shiba Inu burns are definitely something we need to see right now. But the altcoins aren't really there yet. It's all Bitcoin's price rally. 1.6 trillion is a pretty big market cap. So I'll keep you guys updated with more news on SHIB. How it's performing against Dogecoin, for example. We got to explain the Shiba Inu burns. The Shiba Inu burns are going to be on Shibarium. That's another big thing. But Dogecoin actually year to date is outperforming SHIB by a far margin. Maybe because it's kind of back in some ways. But I want to see more on what happens with the burns. The Shibarium burns are still very small. But in theory, they could be burning a lot. They could be burning a lot. And that's what I really want to see. So why is Shiba Inu soaring so much? Well, the burns. The burns really do help. If you guys want more content like this, smash that like button. Hey everyone, so what's happening with the Bitcoin and Ethereum pump? So while Bitcoin is down, Ethereum is going up. And why exactly? Commissions on the Bitcoin network increased by almost 3,500% since August and averaged 28%. So I'm guessing a lot of people started using Bitcoin for transaction network. Now the same story with Ethereum. Ethereum is actually becoming very expensive for high gas, and this is a good sign. Because if the gas is expensive, it means a lot of people use the Ethereum chain, which basically means they use a lot of transactions, which means the price goes up. So less and less people have been using BNB and more people have been using Ethereum in the past few months, which is absolutely incredible. And what actually happened with Ethereum right now for it to go up in price? Well, simply put, I think, as I predicted in my last video, I do think Ethereum is undervalued by about $400. So last time I said it's about $2,200, and I did say it's undervalued in my opinion. I think the realistic value should be at least 2,700, and I think we're hitting spot on, you know, those prices. While this might not be all-time peaks, 2,700 is pretty realistic in this market conditions, but not much more than that, maybe 3,000 at its peak. But the thing that's important is that this is just the start of the bull run, and Ethereum is going to stay for a long time. And that's why I'm excited, because people are predicting these patterns for Ethereum. So what we are seeing right now for Ethereum is this is just the start. Robinhood launches crypto service in the EU, offers Bitcoin rewards and over 25 cryptos. So Robinhood is back now, and they just offered also Ethereum, and that's another reason why it grew. So that's pretty awesome stuff. So just a quick update for you guys. If you want to follow my crypto journey, be sure to smash that like button and also subscribe for more content. I'll keep you guys updated. So hey everyone, we do have an update for the Kwon. Montenegrin official plans to extradite the Kwon to United States. And before we were really talking, is the Kwon going to get extradited to Korea or United States? It was pretty much certain. The Kwon appealed, but it got denied. What's happening, everyone? If you want more content about my crypto journey, be sure to smash that like button. But the Kwon basically got sentenced to 4 years in Montenegro jail, 4 months, not for Terluna Classic, but for actually having an alleged fake passport. So the Kwon basically said, hey, this passport is not mine. This passport was given to me. Well, it is his, but he thought it was legitimate when he went through it, and guess not. Guess it was, you know, had artificial info. But I'm not too sure. I didn't check out, and I didn't want to make any FUD here. But according to December 7 Wall Street report signing matter, they plan to grant U.S. officials request for extradition. He has also charged in the U.S. and South Korea for his alleged role in the collapse. Kwon faces 8 charges, including commodities fraud, security fraud, wire fraud, conspiracy fraud, and engaging in market manipulation related at this time at Terra. Now it's mostly about Terra Luna Classic, but the Kwon is in a bit of a pickle. The collapse of Terraform Labs in May 2022. Wow, that's been like a year and a half ago. Insane. Before his arrest in Montenegro, Kwon's whereabouts have been largely unknown, with many speculating that Terraform Labs co-founder has been based in Singapore. He will reportedly face officials in the United States first, but he could be charged in Korea as well. He has denied committing fraud, and you know, we don't know how much his net worth is, but this definitely won't matter now, because if the US gets him indicted, he has about a 95%. US is very like strict with their indictions. They have about 95% chance of getting indicted. What does this mean for Terra Luna Classic? Well, Terra Luna Classic is completely separate than Terra now, and this won't change much for Terra Luna Classic, but a lot of people wanted some justice for the Kwon, and again, I don't know what the Kwon did or if it was just a bug in the system, but it did crash Terra basically to zero. I don't know if they're going to make an example of him. I don't know what exactly is going to happen, but it seems like we will find out soon, because finally these things, you know, with the court, it's going to escalate, and potentially we're going to be seeing more in 2024. So I'll keep you guys updated with more news. Peace, everyone.